Merchandising. Go to teespring.com and make sure you get you a good t-shirt. It's where the real money's made on YouTube, not on the AdSense or all the Patreons. We need you to go and buy a shirt. That way we're no longer poor.
Hey guys, welcome to the show. I'm Manny.
I'm Terrence.
And here are the goods after, I don't know how freaking long.
It's fucking a month, man.
It's been a long time. And you know what's so weird is that we have these new mics now. We're coming up in the world and we have these new mics.
I hope they work out well.
Yes.
We might be going back to lapel mics in a minute.
Yeah, because I don't even know if I can actually just talk, like straight up.
No, just talk.
Or if I can just gotta be like way down here.
It picks up everything.
It picks up everything. So I don't have to be way down here?
No, you don't have to do all that.
Huh? It's not like the DJs in the stripper bar? You know?
Coming to the stage right now is Summer.
That's right, coming to the left stage right now is the lovely Precious. No? All right, let's get into it. Box office, all right. So the third installment of the Conjuring series was kind of like mixed reviews.
Yeah, I feel like it's probably good in a sense that it's over, that they can now branch out and do other things. It wasn't, from my 2 times watching it, it wasn't the greatest of films.
Okay, but it's already branched off.
Yeah, let's continue those branches.
So many.
I know, it's like
we need the crooked man.
We got branches, and then they keep going back to the trunk, to the root.
And even though, and that's funny that you say that, because even though they build it as The Conjuring 3, it's technically like 9 or 10, however many.
I mean, if you want to count all of them together in like a timeline, as far, yeah, because they're all connected, right? Yeah,
yes, they're all connected, and technically the only ones that are really like one right after the other is Conjuring 2
even the Nun
and
still
Conjuring
has
3.
them in it, right? So.
But in the timeline, the Nun happened first. It was like the very first, and then all the way down to 2 and 3, which were back to back, and then that's it. La Llorona was here and there, like everything is all over the place. So these are the first between the Conjuring series. 2 and 3 are the ones that have taken place back to back, basically, as far as timeline. Anyway, 24 million for its first time. Not bad considering that it was also released on HBO Max 2.
Yeah.
What do you think?
No, I think it's good. Just overall, for the movies that have recently come out, it's showing that everybody are like comfortable and willing to go back to movie theaters. Even with the streaming out there, the fact that it's still bringing in this amount of money. We were doing top 5s and we're like, hey, it made $1 million. So
we were doing top 5s and it was like, hey, it made a 400,000.
Yeah, exactly.
Number 1.
And it was like,
Back to the Future is number 1 again.
$24 million. You were like, oh my God, that's awesome. And it's like, geez, somebody got paid this time.
And that's why I say that, honestly, that's why I say Godzilla vs. Kong is a movie that saved cinema.
You know what I think was going to happen? I think they're going to start re-releasing films.
Well, they did, and my thing fell over here.
There you go. See, that's a problem.
But they did. Anyway, so so that was number 1 at 24 million. Pretty decent overall. It's at almost 50 worldwide. Quiet Place 2, last week's champion. That one did record numbers for Memorial Day. This one, this time it was number 2, 19.5. I've had mixed reviews on this. No, I take it back. I've had some customers that told me that it was good, others that said it was great.
I had some people tell me that
Certified fresh.
Somebody told me it was like one of the best sequels, and I was like, really? I still haven't seen it though.
Hey, you know, you recently, and it's gonna be coming out pretty soon, posted a movie about. Posted a top 5, or you're gonna post a top 5 on movies with no dialogue.
With no dialogue.
How is Quiet Place not in there?
Well, no, the first Quiet Place is on both our lists. Quiet Place 2 ain't on the list. Quiet Place 2 is not on the list. For me, I think it was number 4. For Carla, I think it was number 2. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cruella, number 3.
Cruella, surprisingly a good film.
11 million.
I thought I was gonna hate this movie. I literally thought I was gonna hate this movie.
He literally bitched about this movie for like 2 weeks.
I'm gonna freaking say right now.
Because I'm like, why do I care about the villain's backstory?
And you even said, ain't nobody care about that.
Nobody cares about it.
And Emma Stone, but I knew Emma Stone was in it.
She sold that movie.
Emma Thompson was great. Glenn
Even
Close
though she was
producing it.
She was Glenn Close.
Yeah, but she did freaking fantastic. She was amazing as Cruella DeVille. And I thought
No, not Emma Stone being Cruella DeVille. I mean, like, who was the Duchess?
The Baroness?
Yeah, the Baroness.
Emma Thompson, yeah.
Yeah, she basically was Glenn Close. She did a Glenn Close impersonation.
Well, I don't want to freaking spoil it for those that are out there, but you know the.
I mean, I'm sorry if you've never seen 101 Dalmatians.
No. I'm talking about who she is in the film.
Okay.
As
far as that,
her persona is basically the same because that's there's a direct connection there.
Okay.
So I get it, and I get why it's like why she's like that, but. The way Emma Stone portrayed it, it was there was.
I feel we're branching timelines. I feel like the way they ended that film, I feel like they're not gonna go the regular 101 Dalmatians unless they give us a Cruella 2 to turn,
which they will
show how she turned evil,
and which they will.
Oh God, don't do that.
Okay, but
I just said I don't need to see that movie. This movie surprised me because they didn't give me that.
Wait a minute. Okay. So as of right now, the talks are Cruella 2 will be Godfather style.
I don't see that.
Glenn Close will be back, and it'll be multiple. Where you get a chance to
Can
have
we get Andy
Emma
Garcia?
Stone back.
Can we get Andy Garcia?
And he was in part 3.
He was in part 3, yeah.
Anyway, but to have Glenn Close come back as Cruella DeVille, and you go back and forth and have Emma Stone still also.
So wait.
I think it would be great.
Oh, that's what you mean by Godfather 2. They're gonna show like.
Yes.
The different times. Okay, yeah, no, I don't want to see that.
But if you really think about it, if it does really go Godfather 2, that means that Glenn Close will have a majority of the film.
Yeah.
And that's what
I mean, it would be 101 Dalmatians. Basically, they're going to splice in 101 Dalmatians.
103 Dalmatians. It's going to take away from Emma Stone, I think, if that happens. I hope they don't and they stick more to the past. But I'm all for.
I mean, they gotta explain why she became evil, even though because they didn't leave it off where she became evil. So.
I'm all for Emma Stone getting a freaking nom for this, whether it's Oscar or Golden Globe. I think she did that good.
I'm not sure if it's Oscar worthy, but yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so number 4 was Spirit, 6.2 mil. It's an animated movie.
It's like they redid the old animated movie, right?
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
Yeah, it seems like they remade the old animated movie.
Wasn't that a 2D?
Yes,
it was, right?
Yes, they just remade. Who knew that they could redo animation? It's like we're gonna remake an animated film.
They just did it in Space Jam. Oh yeah, all right, number 5.
That's a sequel. That's not a remake.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the animation is 3D this time.
Yeah, I know,
2D.
but like Spirit is basically a reboot of the old animated film.
Wasn't that like a direct-to-video?
It was.
Clamshell, big-ass clamshell cover.
I don't know if it came out in theaters, but I feel like it was direct-to-video.
Yeah. All right, number 5 was Raya, 1.3. Kelly Marie Tran is still there.
I feel like last time you did a podcast, it was still in the top.
It was. Freaking awful.
Movie hanging on.
All right, so next up is In the Heights. So basically, West Side Story meets Hamilton. What do you think?
The trailers interest me. I'm not big on musicals. The last musical I saw was South Park the movie.
Chicago, baby. How do you not have Chicago?
I'm not big on musicals.
Chicago's an excellent musical. Chicago.
I'm not big on musicals. So, like I said, last one I saw was the Team America South Park movie and
Grease.
That was the first one I saw. But it's been a while since I've seen a musical. But the trailers interest me, and it might get me since it's streaming. It might get me interested.
I think that it does have. There's elements of West Side Story that I see in this. Obviously,
bring out the knife fights.
It doesn't take. No, it doesn't take place in the 60s or 50s or anything like that. I mean, West Side Story was basically Romeo and Juliet. So I'm not going to go there.
I want to say this is what was the original Spike Lee film?
Do the Right Thing.
I feel like this is Do the Right Thing.
Do the Right Thing and for Latins.
Yeah, this is Do the Right Thing with music, with a musical Do the Right Thing. That's what I felt when I saw this. This is a musical Do the Right Thing. It's a good, right? It makes sense.
Who's gonna be Radio Raheem? That's what I want to know. Who's gonna be Radio Raheem?
The one black friend that they had in this
Bill
film.
Nunn's gonna be
the one black friend they had.
They gonna get mad because they stepped on his shoes and Giancarlo.
You stepped on my
shoes. All right. So that's In the Heights. Peter Rabbit 2 is also coming out. Nobody wants to see that, but it's okay.
Well, didn't Peter Rabbit get like 100% fresh? What was the movie? No, it was Winnie the Pooh, right?
Winnie the Pooh.
Paddington 2.
Paddington 2. That's what it was.
Yeah.
And some little jerk decided he wanted to say it wasn't a good movie and then made it lose his 100%. Jerk.
Freaking ass. All right.
Since Kane previously was 100%,
I know.
Paddington talked a bunch of trash.
Paddington 2 is a Citizen Kane of
animal movies. And by the way, after 6 years, our freaking our first director Aspen's actually here on the couch. We found her.
That's crazy. You're finally back.
You're finally back. All right.
Number 5.
That was number 5. Riot was number 5. Fast 9 has not even come out in the States yet, and it's already grossed $250 million.
It's because they went to space.
No, $250 million, 203 from China alone.
Because they went to space.
Because they went to space.
And because the actors are prettier.
And they said John Cena was in it, but I didn't see him anywhere.
Oh. He's right here. You just can't see him.
John, I didn't even know you were in this, John.
No, so...
So what do you think? What do you think about Fast 9 making $250 million and didn't come out and say it?
All right, so we talked about with Star Wars is that they said that there wasn't enough pretty people in the film for them
That's
to
very
want to go
true.
see it.
Not even having Kelly Marie Tran in there.
They killed the hotter sister, by the way. So, I mean, they got Vin Diesel, they got John Cena, they got Ludacris, they got Tyrese. Who are the pretty people in this movie?
Michelle Rodriguez.
Okay, Michelle Rodriguez.
Charlize Theron with a bad haircut.
She's in this movie again?
Yes, her haircut's awful. I love her, but damn it, that haircut's awful.
Look,
It's like me in the freaking sixth grade.
China, if this is what you're accepting, then we need to go back to the Star Wars franchise. It's like, Kelly Marie Tran is not that bad. It's like, we can go back to the
She's
Star Wars
fucking
franchise.
Raya!
But, I mean, the audience that's built into this film has already made it like it's made $1 billion every damn film since
Yes, it has.
5, right?
Yes, it has. And obviously 7 is probably the most successful. Yeah, so I would say out of all of them.
It's got a built-in like fan base, so it's like they're gonna keep watching these movies. I still don't understand the space thing, but okay.
Do you think that John Cena's
his presence? No, it would have made $1 billion. It's gonna make this money regardless.
Because
if they'd have done a Rock, it'd have made the same money.
Because Fast 8 was kind of like considered a disappointment in a lot of ways.
Because it didn't make $2 billion.
I think maybe there's two reasons. Either because it didn't make the $2 billion that Fast 7 did. But you have to remember Paul Walker's passing had a lot to do with it, and the ending.
And that's the only reason why it made that money.
Right, exactly. Right. I mean, it was there. It was right there with Force Awakens that year, more or less.
Right.
Right. So, and then Fast 8 didn't really do much, or it didn't do.
It made $1 billion.
It made $1 billion, but it didn't do anything like Fast 7. And now this one's on track to possibly, no pun intended on the track, but it's on track to actually get close to that $1 billion mark again once it's released.
Which
in
will
the
be
States.
a great feat in this day and age with people going to the theaters. It'll be a great feat to make $1 billion.
Yeah, so I don't know. Let's see what it does. It comes out June 25th, so we'll see how
I gotta see the space scene.
All right. Yeah, why space? They're gonna see Sandra Bullock there too.
I know. Featuring a cameo by Sandra Bullock.
All right, so Fast 7's out. You got not a lot of freaking cars, minus the space thing, but you got a lot of cars, this and that. You know, one of the most famous cars ever, especially in horror, is Christine.
Right.
1958 Plymouth Fury. In my top 5 movie vehicles. Go back and watch it.
You also had that other random.
I had the Wraith. Yes, I don't care. The Wraith is a top 5 movie car. Watch that.
That nobody remembers.
Bullcrap! A lot of people remember that movie. I get comments on our freaking Twitter page on the Wraith.
Nobody remembers that.
Anyway, all right. So they're thinking about remaking Christine from Blumhouse. Exactly. That was my reaction. Exactly. Me and Aspen were talking.
Look, I like a lot of things. I like a lot of things Blumhouse does. I think they know.
But But you always talk about the budgets.
Yeah,
though.
they know how to make a good film on a low budget,
and then they make more money off of it.
So I like them, and I like A24. And that's exactly.
Sorry, Destro. That's because you did not get the Wither Dominator.
So
Destro.
Exactly what I didn't want to have. But so I like Blumhouse and I like A24. I think for smaller independent, well, not independent, but like.
It's like you with sex.
This mic.
Drunk sex.
This mic hates me, by the way.
That's what I heard.
So anyway, so I like what they can do for a smaller film on a smaller budget, and that's independent, more or less for them. But I feel like for when Christine was made, because one, they've like remastered and stuff like that. It's
I want to say Christine was made in '83.
It's an era type film anyway. So what are you remaking? You're gonna remake the same era? What are we gonna change with it?
And that's where I'm looking at too. Okay, so
now if it had been of the time, like if it had been of the '80s and it was an '80s car,
the movie. Oh yeah, you're right. It did take place in the '80s. You're right.
But it was a classic car. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter to do it nowadays. You're still gonna have the same classic car.
They're gonna Bumblebee this and make it a Charger or something.
Oh god, they're gonna be like, hey, we got to deal with GM. We're gonna make a Corvette now.
A Corvette, Christine Corvette. Okay, so Aspen and I were talking about this on whether or not, because Blumhouse hit gold with 2018 Halloween.
Right.
and they went the sequel route where they completely ignored everything that happened after after the 78.
They went Terminator.
Yeah, they do. I wish.
Oh, they went Tokyo. They went Fast and Furious 4. Where they ignored
4
3.
and they ignored 3 and 2 for 2.
Oh, they went Rocky 4 where they ignored. I'm sorry, they went Rocky Balboa and ignored. 5.
They ignored 5 and they ignored Clubber Lang because nobody ever talks about Clubber Lang. Ever.
That's right, they never
They
do.
always talk about Apollo.
Dude, can we get Mr. T back for Creed 3?
Can we get back to Christine? That's what I want to know.
I'm sorry.
All right, so anyway, so you have the option to either go that route, the 2018 route, and make that 1958 Plymouth Fury where it is now a classic car, auction car type of thing.
But it was a classic car even in that film.
Right, but it because you see at the end of Christine, it moves after the jump. It moves, so it's still alive in a lot of ways.
So you're saying sequel instead of reboot?
Sequel instead of reboots.
Okay.
Where there's it's back in a antique type of surrounding.
Is Christine gonna be doing
Uber? DoorDash, Christine.
Oh my God, DoorDash. Christine.
Yeah, if it's on fire, the fucking food stays warm the whole time. If it's driving on the road on fire.
Make a millennial version of Christine. I love it. Let's do it.
Okay, so you're going reboot or are you going sequel?
I want to see DoorDash Christine.
DoorDash Christine.
I don't need to see a reboot. I like what I got the first time. I don't need to see a reboot.
And then when they knock for your food, it's like, keep on knocking, but you can't come in.
Christine just drives through your house.
Anyway, so moving on.
Go ahead.
All right, so speaking of horror remakes, this is the one that's actually been kind of like messing with me because you know how much I cannot stand Halloween 2.
Right.
And now it's been announced that Rob Zombie is going to take
the Rob Zombie Halloween.
Right, the Rob Zombie Halloween 2.
Original
Not the 80, no.
Yeah. Okay.
Not the 81. So now Rob Zombie is going to remake the Munsters.
And as a comedy?
I have no idea. But
I can't see
but
him
you
actually
look at,
doing like a comedy.
Now, okay, so you look at
Or
Rob
is he making it
Zombie's...
like an actual horror film.
Rob Zombie's Halloween was decent. Vulgar as shit, but
Yeah.
it was decent.
Right.
Tyler Mane was imposing, decent. Okay, so now you got Rob Zombie's the Munsters. So do you have Tyler Mane come back as Herman? Because I mean, you look at the Munsters, and it was very campy, and
You know what he's gonna do? It's gonna be a House of Thousand Corpses. That's what this is gonna be. That's what this is gonna be. It's gonna be a House of Thousand Corpses.
That's what I'm saying.
Look,
like,
even
Herman, you motherfucker!
30,
It's gonna be like that vulgarity. I don't want to see that.
33 was a House of 1,000 Corpses.
I don't want to see.
Or was it? What was the? Was it
31.
It was 31.
31.
All right.
Minus 2.
So that one was a House of 1,000 Corpses.
Right, so that's what I'm saying. So I don't want to see Rob. If Rob Zombie is going to look at the Munsters in that way,
He's going to.
I don't want to see it. It's not gonna.
He's going to. He's already got the cast already. Rest in peace. But he's gonna use them again for this. And
But
it's gonna be that.
Have you ever seen when Herman Munster's talking to Eddie, and he's basically talking about the beauty of humans and how to be yourself and all. He has a really nice, really great. I mean, you listen to what he's telling his son. It's freaking amazing.
Yeah, we're not getting any of that.
You're not getting any of that,
We're not
and that
getting
takes away from Herman Munster, and that's why
You're gonna get that same dialogue you got from A House of 1,000 Corpses, where he was like, damn these people and all that stuff and religion and the cops and screw them all. That's what we're gonna get.
Yes,
with
and it doesn't make any sense. That's what sucks about it,
That's
because
what we're gonna get,
you
though.
look at those characters and Herman.
By the way, millennials don't know the Munsters.
Well, I don't give a shit. It doesn't. I know the Munsters.
You're not buying $1 million worth of tickets.
It doesn't matter. You just cannot have Herman Munster. You can't take away from his vulnerability, his freaking sweetness that he is, as imposing as he is. You cannot take that away from him, because then that kind of like it takes away from the character themselves.
So it's because it's a family franchise or property that you don't want him to take over because he's not going to make it family oriented.
I think
maybe he will make something that's more comedic. Maybe he's trying to branch out. Maybe he's trying to do something different. I think he's trying to make a house, Devil Rejects house. I think he's really trying to do that. But because this generation doesn't know that franchise, so it doesn't really matter what he does with it. It's just going to be a new property to everybody that's going to watch it.
Then don't call it the Munsters.
That's true. They could just call it something else.
Call it something else, but don't call it the Munsters.
But it wouldn't sell as well because now you get all the people who do remember the Munsters.
Okay.
They're gonna go buy tickets.
All right, how about this?
So that's why they do it.
You look at what Barry Sonnenfeld did with the Addams Family.
Okay.
He stuck to everything that the Addams Family show was.
Yes.
He stuck to it.
Right.
And
But
Raul Julia and Angelica
at that time,
Houston,
they were
Christopher
still
Lloyd,
airing,
Christina Ricci's perfection.
They were still airing the Addams Family at that time.
But
They are not still airing the Munsters.
They were airing the Munsters probably on TV Land. Come on.
Really?
Yes, but you look at what Sonnenfeld.
I'm sorry. Does TV Land have a YouTube channel? Does TV Land have a TikTok? Because when they get a TikTok, then we're gonna talk about how millennials have actually seen it.
I'm from the Munster, mother.
Before YouTube and before TikTok, we were still watching TV. They're not watching TV.
It doesn't matter. You still
Yeah,
gotta
it
focus
does.
on. You still have to focus on the characters themselves, and that's what Sonnenfeld did with the Addams Family.
I thought we were gonna talk to something about Munsters.
I don't care. Can Rob Zombie? This is more about Rob Zombie than in his style than it is about.
His style is suited for this generation in horror. His style is suited for that.
Is it
They're
suited for
using-
that kind of camp though?
They're using the name factor of this to be able to sell tickets. That's it. The same reason why they remake a whole bunch of all of our stuff that we grew up doing. The same reason why they remake that stuff because they know we're gonna buy tickets. We're gonna take our kids, so they know they get 4 or 5 tickets out of us. So that's the reason why they do it.
Okay, all right.
So if they
I'll leave it there.
If they call all the remakes, all the trash remakes that they've made, if they just called it something else, we wouldn't go see it, and our kids can't afford to go see it, so they lose money. And that's the reason why they do it. He knows how to make horror for this generation, and it doesn't matter
But
what
it's
we like.
not a
what we're
horror. It's a horror comedy.
It's going to be a horror.
It's
going to be a horror.
comedy.
It's going to be like Monsters rated R.
Monsters rated R. Huh?
Monsters rated
Monsters
R.
rated- All right.
Get the director's cut.
Anyway, all right. So going back to this. All right. So Mackie came out and he said that he's got about 6 to 8 years in him to be Captain America.
Okay.
Do you see him
I mean-
going as long as Evans did?
Yeah, I mean, black don't cry. So.
And as long as he doesn't let B Rabbit go first,
Yeah, exactly.
he's got a shot.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. So I mean, he could do this. I don't think it's gonna go as long as. I mean, it's like I can be in this role for 6 years. I could be doing these type of movies for 6 years. I think they'll bring back Chris Evans before then.
I think that they'll bring Chris Evans back eventually in the in the Stones.
But if they bring back Chris Evans, I mean, is this gonna be like a Hot Rod Rodman's Hot Rod again?
Oh God, I hope not. Possibility.
It's like, hey, you're Falcon, now you're Captain America. Oh, you're Falcon.
I think that they need to leave Evans alone. I don't think they need to go that route. Now you got Downey. You got Downey because Tony Stark actually has returned back as far as an AI, so you can actually do that with Downey. You can't do that with Evans. You got to leave him alone. I think his arc
you put it back in the machine. We saw it happen where Ant-Man got reduced back to young. You put him back in the machine. Put him in, turn it on. There you go, Cap.
Yeah.
You're
hey,
back.
time travel.
Exactly. You're
All
back.
right.
You're back, Cap. You can definitely do it. People would lose their minds if they brought him back. It was like, I think you're gonna give Anthony Mackie one Captain America. He'll be in Captain America 4, and I feel like they bring Chris Evans back for Captain America 5.
I hope not. I hope they leave it alone. I think Mackie's
I feel
doing a fine job.
He's gonna get one Captain America, and he's gonna get one Avenger film, and they'll bring Chris Evans back.
Okay. All right. Well, you do got Secret Invasion coming out too.
He'll get that, and he'll get Captain America 4.
All right. So here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
Because I know I'm ready.
Oh my God, this is gonna suck.
Here we go. Rapid fire. Brandon Lee style. Elijah Wood loves horror, and he thinks that that he can do a remake to Elm Street. What do you think?
As who?
Freddy?
No. There's nothing scary about Elijah Wood.
Did you see him in Maniac? Seriously, did you see him in the Maniac remake?
I don't think I saw Maniac. I don't think I saw Maniac.
Okay, what about the way he was in Sin City? He was creepy as shit in Sin City.
Yeah, but Krueger. I don't think he has a. Okay, so if we're gonna, all right, so we got to see the Rorschach version of Krueger not being like on stage like doing stand up, but I feel like if they're gonna do another remake of it, they're gonna go back to the original. They're gonna go back to Freddy telling jokes.
I like Kevin Bacon as Freddy Krueger. I think he should do it, but that's just me.
Alright. I mean, under the makeup, you could say anybody's Krueger, but I don't think the personality is enough for it.
Wedding Crashers 2 is a possibility. Is it too late for that sequel?
For Wedding Crashers 2, no. That's the one I feel like that is not too late for. I feel
Why?
like it's,
Because weddings go on and on.
yeah, weddings go on and on, but I feel like these actors haven't gone off and become something else. I mean, you know, Luke is in Loki.
Owen's in.
Oh, sorry, Owen. My bad. One of them.
Luke's the Godfather
Yeah, well,
from old school. How could you confuse the two?
I mean, Owens is going to be in Loki, but he's been gone for a while. But you could say like
So he's been kind of like quiet.
yeah, he's been quiet.
Vaughn is kind of quiet. He just
quiet.
did Freaky. He did
And then
Freaky last year.
you could say, yeah, true. But you could say like, hey, these guys still haven't like changed much in their life. They're still doing this.
Okay.
Plus, we got to see their own weddings because they were dating people, right?
That's
their
true.
own wedding.
But you look at that cast, and I mean, you got some. They're stars.
Yes,
now.
yes.
Bradley Cooper is like one of the top producers and everything. So
Bradley Cooper doesn't do anything with his face on screen.
But it doesn't.
If he ain't rocking, he ain't doing nothing. I was talking to my
He just did A Star Is Born. What are you talking about?
How long ago was The Star Is Born?
It's 2 years. 2 years, Aspen? Star Is Born? 2 years?
It was the
Yeah,
last
2
time
years.
Aspen actually did a show on this show.
But you got Bradley Cooper, Rachel McAdams, Isla Fisher,
Yeah.
you know, James Seymour,
This is
Christopher Walken.
it will
Like,
be
you think
no,
these
it will
guys
be
are gonna-
Clerks 2.
I would still watch Clerks 3 though. You're right.
Yeah, see, it'll be Clerks 2. It's like they're a little older now, and it was like, hey, they're grown up. What are they doing now?
So not too late.
I don't think it's too late for that one. I think people still want to see that.
Quentin Tarantino recently said that Once Upon a Time in Hollywood could be his last film. Should it be his last film?
No, I thought he had one more after that one.
No. As of right now, he said he'd be okay with it being his last. But should it be?
Yeah, but no, he literally said he had one more before when that movie came out. He had one
But
more left.
recently
But yeah,
he's-
so like it could be. No, dude, who are you talking to? You said you had one more. You owe me one more.
Which one is it?
It's gonna be.
It's got to be Kill Bill 3.
Yeah, we gotta see her grown up.
We have to see Kill Bill 3.
Yeah.
And
She had the speech with her.
Zendaya as
No,
Vivica
no,
Fox's
no,
daughter.
No, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see.
She's a gifted actress.
I don't want to see her as her daughter. It's like there's nothing intimidating about her that I can see in that role.
Did you say that about Zazie Beetz as Domino?
I like Sassy Beats.
So you'd rather see Zazie Beetz in that role than
I would. She's too
Zendaya.
old though. But how far are they gonna push this movie out? She's too old to be the character by that age. It's like, it would have to be Zendaya, but I don't want to see Zendaya.
I think Zendaya's got a mean streak in her, and I think that she can freaking pull it off, dude.
I would love to see Zazie Beats if they're just saying like it took a little bit longer.
That's fucked up.
It took a little bit longer.
Let's do a bigger time jump.
Yeah, it took a little longer.
Tyler Perry might come out as Medea again in a Netflix film. Should it be time for him to retire the character?
I mean, it was time for him to retire the character when he actually retired the character, and we ain't seen it in about a decade.
How about after Boo? That movie is... Okay, this
The
is how...
first Medea movie, I was done.
No, I was okay with the first one. It's fine. And Aspen actually likes, what was the one?
I can't do battle by myself.
I can do bad all by myself.
Yeah, because of the cameo of the character. So,
And these
I mean,
are
I'm
children took
like,
him.
I mean, like the giving the
My
character,
favorite line of the whole movie.
giving the character its own movies. I was sorry, dude.
Okay,
you're
well,
doing too much with this character.
I think that the character's done. I think you gotta let it go.
Right.
Yeah. So you say no. He needs to let it go.
I mean, yeah, just dude, write movies, direct movies, and do all the stuff that you do. Is like, I mean, just don't do the character.
Christina Ricci has recently been added to Matrix 4. What does that do to the cast? Does it make it stronger or weaker?
I mean, I don't know what the story is yet. So, I mean, they can add all the names they want because if
But you
remember,
know
if
Christina
remember
Ricci's talent, though.
Matrix Revolutions, where like there was a lot of people that were in it, but they just, what did you feel like they accomplished? They were just kind of there to do things. I don't feel like they actually made much of an impact.
Honestly, Christina Ricci's fine. Bringing back Jada Pinkett Smith, fine. Carrie Ann Moss, that's a lock.
All right.
Keanu Reeves, obviously.
Yeah.
But if you don't have Lawrence Fishburne in this movie, it's pointless.
You know, he's in John Wick. He was actually Morpheus in John Wick.
That's true.
He was,
But I need him.
He's already there. He's already done the sequel. It's called John Wick
3.
It's called John Wick 3.
But Matrix 4 without Morpheus is not Matrix.
I mean, true.
Hey, Lethal Weapon, but no Danny Glover. No, you gotta have freaking Morpheus in it.
I mean, it's only bringing him back for nostalgia's sake. If they don't bring him back, I'm not gonna be that.
I got cameo.
Because-
that's why I'm thinking cameo.
All right.
Last one. Charlie Hunnam as Johnny Cage, Mortal Kombat 2. What do you got?
Nope.
No, why?
No. Ryan
Huh.
Reynolds. He's gonna take money on the back end.
No.
He's gonna take money on the back end, and he's gonna do this film. It's basically it's not gonna be Mortal Kombat anymore. It's not gonna be Mortal Kombat 2. It's gonna be Ryan Reynolds featuring Mortal Kombat.
It's like Aaron Taylor Johnson featuring Godzilla.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it's gonna be. And it's like he's gonna take over the movie. He's gonna be star of the movie. Look, I can't see anybody else in the Johnny Cage role.
Miz.
No. What makes you think? Look, I saw the Marine. I saw the Marine.
I'll give you that.
I don't
but
see
The Miz is about, because of his character on WWE, he is primed and perfect casting as Johnny Cage.
All right, so who do you think right now in the current cast that survived, who do you think could lead this movie?
It ain't Cole. I'll tell you that right now.
All right, so it's not him. So who can lead this movie? Nobody else was prominent in this film.
Caitlyn died, so no.
McCad, what's his last name?
You know what? To be honest with you,
It's like you're gonna make Jax the lead of this movie.
you look at Bridget Wilson, and I think Bridget Wilson was more inclined to lead a Mortal Kombat series than the actress that plays Sonya Blade this time around.
Okay.
So I can't, and I'm not taking credit away from her. She did a good job. There's just something about Bridget Wilson that I thought, as Sonya Blade in '95, was just a little bit. She had a little bit more of a screen presence than the girl.
But also too, it's
out of the surviving characters, to answer your question,
there's a lot of nostalgia in the original one. So
there is nobody, honestly, because Sub-Zero's not there.
This is why you need Ryan Reynolds.
I just don't think
Sub-Zero is coming back. He's coming back as a new side.
Okay, great.
But he didn't have no lines. There you go. Mortal Kombat should have been on that top 5 list of characters with no dialogue. So he ain't got no damn lines. He had like 2 lines at the beginning of the film, and that was it. And they were in Japanese or in Chinese. They were in Chinese because he was a Chinese ninja.
Okay. To answer your question though, that's really hard. Right now, nobody.
That's why you need Ryan Reynolds.
No, but
that's why you need Ryan Reynolds.
I think that Ryan Reynolds would take away too much from everything on Mortal Kombat, and The Miz will take just enough to where everybody can still play their roles around The Miz.
Once again,
and
if that's somebody has to be the lead in this film.
I get it, but Ryan Reynolds' personality.
It ain't Cole.
It ain't Cole.
It
no.
ain't McCad.
And that's nothing away from the guy that played Cole, but I'm just saying.
It ain't McCad. It ain't the Sonya girl. It damn sure ain't Liu Kang. Because that dude didn't do anything in this film. And I got you, Carl. I got you.
Hey, but to Carla's point too, Kung Lao's the shit.
Yeah,
so.
he died. So
alrighty then, never mind.
So he died. So I mean, you want Shao Kahn to take over this film?
Shang Tsung?
He didn't do anything in the first one. He sat on the sidelines.
Where's freaking the original Shang Tsung?
This is why we need Ryan Reynolds. This ain't no rapid fire. Ryan Reynolds right now.
No, I got The Miz. Leave your comments below. Who needs to be Johnny Cage? The Miz or Ryan Reynolds?
You know what I would really like? If they could just de-age John Claude and just do that. Satisfy us. That's what they really wanted for this film. That's what they wanted for the video game. That's
de-age Robin Show and put him as Liu Kang. De-age the guy that played Johnny Cage in the first one. De-age Christopher Lambert. De-age.
Just de-age the whole. Just watch the old film. That's what he's saying. Watch the old film. Watch the old film.
Oh man! All right. Well, that was our rapid fire. Terrence did horribly, but it's okay.
I did. You had to make a point about The Miz. I told you, Ryan Reynolds.
The Miz. I'm telling you right now. Anyway, so leave your comment below and let us know what you think on who should play Johnny Cage, The Miz, or Ryan Reynolds, or somebody else. It might be somebody else that we miss, or Charlie Hunnam. That's actually what started. Charlie Hunnam.
We just forgot. Like Charlie Hunnam.
Oh yeah, Charlie Hunnam.
He was a no.
Oh yeah.
Charlie Hunnam is Aquaman. There you go. That's what I want.
Take us home.
All right, so hey, we're back. We're doing another Goods podcast, and I feel like it got a little lengthy, but if you're still here with us, which you're probably not, you guys probably checked out before you got to Rapid Fire. But if you're still here with us in Rapid Fire, please make sure you go and hit the subscribe button as well as the notification button, so that way you're aware of all the other things that we do on the channel, as well as go to our T-shirt shop where these are not for sale. These are for support of.
This is actually our support for our Pride Month.
Thank you.
For the Pride Month, this is our support, and
maybe for
a special top 5's coming soon.
If we get enough comments about it, maybe for a limited time, we might put it up there. But also too, make sure you go to our Patreon, so that way you can give us. Ooh, that was like boob grabs. I meant.
Yeah, really. Boober Eats.
That's all I got.
All right. You know what? For the first time, we don't have to say Aspen wherever the hell she's at.
Hey, she's right there.
She's right there on the couch. That's awesome. Hey, special shout out to my wife that actually made these shirts for Pride Month for us. Thank you, my baby. I appreciate it and love you. Thank you. And for Carl over here on the couch doing absolutely nothing.
And Art, who we don't know where the hell he's at.
And Art, wherever the hell he's at. You know what? We're going to get a milk carton and we're going to put Art's face on it.
He has been missing for a while.
We're going to put that on there. Anyway, thank you and we'll see you soon. That was the goods.
Real quick, if you're still here, because we do these into the video little blooper things. If you're still here, look down. There's a link here for Patreon. If you guys like the show, please give us money. We'll take a penny. We'll take a nickel. We'll take a dime. We'll take $1. We have some stuff on there that we're giving away on Patreon if you do contribute, because trust me, we need help. We want to buy new equipment, and we need an editor. Somebody who doesn't have to stay up in the middle of the night, or they don't have to stay up in the middle, but I won't have to do it. So please, down patreon.com/thegoods. It's in the link. Please do it. We appreciate it.